Yo, what's up everyone? How you guys doing out there? Sorry about the little late stream. I figured today I'm cleaning up the house and stuff, but I might as well watch this video since I wasn't able to get the RTX 4090. I tried my best. It was pretty difficult, but let's go ahead and watch this. Let's see. It has played for a little bit, probably for like a minute, but it is the Aorus Geforce RTX 4090 launch event. I tried getting one today, a couple actually. It was kind of teasing me. They kept popping in and out. Wasn't able to get them. But let's go ahead and start this video, see what this is all about. Alright. How's it sound to you guys? Let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and send the invites. Let me hear the sound real quick on my phone. You'll hear double audio. I won't be releasing a video on Friday, so might as well watch this.
Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to the Aorus Geforce RTX 4090 launch event. My name is Howard from Aorus, and of course we're joined today once again by
I was
our
trying to get
product
that today,
manager,
wasn't
Kevin.
able to.
Hey guys, glad to be here, and
All right, so we got product manager of the Aorus Gigabyte, Kevin Shi, and then we got the marketing director, Howard Shu. Never seen these guys. I like their jackets. I want to get more merch. Like I said, I was trying to get these cards today. I wasn't able to.
exciting day for 40 series.
Yep, it is of course the on-shelf date, as many of you know already. So we're going to be showing you guys, of course, what's new on, of course, this next generation of ADA-laced GPUs.
Look at the RGBs they flash right here.
NVIDIA
They pulse.
technologies, as well as show you guys some of our lineup for both the Gigabyte and the Aorus GPUs as well. We have some of it in the studio today, as you guys can see here. So we're going to be getting down to the details, showing you guys all the cool features,
Sending out
as well as
the
the new
links.
cooling technologies, followed by some special announcements on.
They're a little
availability
nervous. I understand.
towards the end
It's
here, so
pretty
be sure
nervous
to
going
stick
in front of a
with
live
us all the way
audience,
to the end.
especially on a big launch
With
like
that being
this.
said, NVIDIA 40 series.
They're a little nervous. I understand it. With big launch like this, I would be too. You don't want to mess it up. This is your big showcase, so I get it. I like the little
GPUs have
benchmarking
been
rig.
on everyone's minds. I'm sure not just today, but upcoming weeks, in the weeks leading up to the launch as well. And we're glad they're finally here. So I know some of you have been asking us, can we kind of take a look at 30 series versus 40 series? So we actually, did prepare some of that today. You can see we have the 4090 Master right in front of us.
Hopefully I'm able to find
gaming
more.
OC right here.
I need
let's
a
get to it.
big LED
So
symbol
what's the
like
big
that
deal
behind me.
about
That's
40
sick.
series anyways? So, well, first off, there are enhancements across the board here, with third generation ray tracing cores, as well as fourth generation tensor cores. And we have something called DLSS, NVIDIA has something called DLSS SS3,
Yep.
which is pretty cool. So, Kevin, can you tell us a little bit more about what's new?
Like I said, they're nervous. This is a big launch. They're about to talk about DLSS 3, or what? Yeah, DLSS 3. Supposedly it's a big thing. Maybe create some input lag. I don't think they'll talk about that
Everything I
though.
just said, which may not make sense to everybody here.
Sure, yeah. We'll go over just really briefly what all these things mean and why it's such a big deal, for this new generation of graphics cards. So let's start off with ray tracing. So as its name implies, this is going to be, it calculates all your rays. And this provides your realistic lighting, your shadows, your reflections in all the scenes in your games. So for third generation, it now has twice the amount of ray triangle intersections calculations. And for the tensor cores, the fourth generation, this is where you're getting all that AI powered, graphics rendering. And this is where it kind of powers, technologies like DLSS 3. And this is also a twice the AI performance for this generation. So now that we've mentioned DLSS 3 a couple times, what does it mean, right? And what does it do? So DLSS 3 is where you're going to have your upscaling.
DLSS 3 super
It also
sampling. Let's
generates an
skip
additional
forward a
frame.
little more.
So 7/8 of all display pixels are being generated by DLSS 3.
Whatever. DLSS 3 is just
And
a
this
stronger
will-
version of DLSS
it will
2.
just kinda
It'll
give
give
you
you
an
more
idea
frames.
You know how much better performance you're getting with 4090.
Skipping
And
that.
you know why it is in everyone's best interest if they can to
Microsoft Flight
try to
Simulator is a
enable
very
DLSS
important
3
game.
for gaming.
It just
So,
says
in
100%.
something like Microsoft Flight Simulator, this is a really popular
Supposedly
game
it doubles
out there right now.
your-
You're already
your
seeing
frames.
double the performance.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it. I don't want to hear what they gotta say. So Microsoft Flight Simulator says it's at 100% with DLSS on 3 point whatever. DLSS 3 it goes to 200%. It doubles you. Normally it's what 60 frames per second. What else is on here? They got really shitty game. Well, I guess they're good games to test, but they're not games everyone plays. Cyberpunk 2077, new RT Overdrive, supposedly 100%, and no way, it gets you. What is this? Let me see. So from 100% to 400%, 4 times the frames. That's a very demanding game. That's insane if it does that.
And then all the way up to something like the upcoming Portal with ray tracing, that's more than 550% performance increase. So
No
those
way.
are like pretty significant amounts of performance boost.
Well, I mean, maybe.
And you know
I
that's
didn't
why
get my
everyone's
hands on
like so
one.
excited for DLSS 3. So one other thing we just want to briefly go over.
Hold on, let's see. What quality is this on? Is this on just high frames? Let's. This stupid. Here. I'm trying to make this link go down. Ray tracing overdrive mode based on pre-release builds. I can't see. DLSS super resolution performance mode. So it's on performance mode. That's why it's so high. The image quality might not be the best.
Reflex. And this is, it builds on DLSS
so
3.
it's
and
kinda hard to
synchronizes
say,
your GPU and your CPU
but
together for
let's not really go
the
off
optimal
DLSS.
responsiveness. So
Okay, what
any
else?
sort of inputs while gaming is going to translate into very fast response from your system.
Yeah, and I know you guys have been asking us to compare 30 series versus 40 series. So
What's up,
I
PC Jack?
have with me here, this is our 3090 Ti gaming OC. In my hand, we have the 4090 gaming OC.
So we got the
If you
2
guys wanna
gigabyte
do like
gaming
a little
SSDs.
size comparison, we kind of put them side by side. The 40 series here is
Hey, take it easy, buddy. They just jam those things into each other. This ain't swords. That's expensive hardware there, man. You don't gotta be
Actually a
playing
lot.
lightsabers with them.
You can kind of see
It's thicker.
it's thicker. It's
And like I said, these guys look nervous. I don't know if they do this a lot, but
Basically,
they're doing a good job.
bigger in every
They're doing a good job. Let's
in
give
every
them claps.
dimension here. Correct. But how about performance, right? So
That's what we
in
want
terms
to
of
see.
performance, compared to the 30 series, we're seeing anywhere from 2 to 4 times the performance in some games. As you guys can see here in the new ray tracing overdrive, you're able to get
See,
about
they did the
4
same
times
things,
more
the ones I was
experience
talking about.
versus the RTX
That we want to see.
3090 Ti in Cyberpunk in 4K. So that's pretty awesome. And the great news here is that you'll be able to enjoy about double the performance here.
I don't like that they
on
don't
a
put
more
actual
power-efficient platform as
frames.
well.
It just says
Ada
1
Lovelace
times,
is
2 times.
Yes, a very power efficient platform.
I want to
And
see.
so if we can show the next chart here, as you can see in this graph, Ada performance is doubled for the same wattage compared to
450
here,
watts.
which is great news for gamers everywhere. You can buy a card that kind of fits your current system's power, and you can enjoy that additional
Pretty much,
performance.
this
So,
isn't going to fit no one's system power if
not
they're
only do we have
upgrading.
more,
Unless they're
RT
upgrading
cores
from a 3090 or a
packed
6800
into the
XT.
GPUs now.
But give us-
now everything is running more efficiently. Which,
Gigabytes lucky they didn't explode,
the
yeah.
4090 really
Yeah, I was
is
going to say,
gonna
does
be a
this work with
powerhouse
gigabyte
for
PSUs?
you
Or is it going to
gamers
blow up
out
your
there.
system?
Especially if you want to push that 4K like 120.
Oh yeah, because
So, it looks like there's a USB-C plugged in the back right there.
390 Ti.
And it looks like
That's where everyone's really beginning to kind of
that's their
enjoy that
HDMI or display port.
4K gaming experience. And then with 40 series, you know, we can expect a lot better performance. And if you do want to max out 4K, this is really
How's the audio sound, you
where you
guys?
need to go.
And of course, like people had a lot of concerns about, of course, everyone heard about the new, the increased wattage.
Yes.
What does it mean when I upgrade? Will it fit in my case? Do I need a
And
new
sorry if
power
it looks a little
supply?
shitty and the audio's a little shitty. That's on their
And so
end.
we'll get to that in a sec. Now that we
sounds a
kind of
little
talk about the
sketch
new
on my side.
NVIDIA features, we're going to talk to you guys more about the new cooling features we've added, because of course thermals is a big question when 40 series was first announced and everyone saw how big the cards
It'd be a
were.
lot cooler if you did.
So yeah, now we're going to show you guys more of what the Gigabyte and Aorus cards have in terms of new features.
All right, let's go. Da-da. That is a nice looking card. Static pressure up, decibels down. For everyone always asking me about how much noise do these fans make. So you got the alternate spinning. Two fans go one way, the middle one goes the other. Supposedly helps with cooling. The apex of cooling. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So that's a little trailer from our team on the new cooling.
I think they made it.
technologies.
They're very
Nice
proud of
see
that, and
some,
I think it's a good
fancy
trailer.
names thrown
Let's
in
go.
that video just now. Get to all that in a sec. So let's first explain some of the generic cooling features on the,
The generic?
Gigabyte and
Let's
Aorus
go.
40 series graphics cards. These are features that can be found on pretty much every single 4090 graphic card that we have. And we're going to explain to you guys kind of how the cooling works. So first of all, we have included a large vapor chamber, which covers all the critical areas such as the GPU and VRAM. This large chamber increases the contact surface as well as the rate of cooling. Now what happens is the heat will then get transferred through a set of copper heat pipes, which carries it to our extra large heat sinks. The heat sinks itself, we have added some nuances to it as well. They do help to enhance the cooling effects and stuff like that. We do have something called screen cooling. So what is screen cooling? It is the additional extra space.
What do you guys call this? I noticed on a lot of cards they say screen cooling. They say screen vent. I like calling them heat vents, but I think they call them heat screens. But I guess they're showing how much bigger this one is compared to the 3090s.
Depending on which orientation you want to refer
But
to.
they already had a good amount of
basically,
heat vents on the side.
Give it extra space for unrestricted airflow. And around that area,
it blows air all around the thing anyways.
Graphics card, we've also included
all around the GPU,
so that allows it to have extra contact area for the air to flow through. And so
let's see what
I do think we have a very linear lineup this time around.
What else? I wanted to see more of the actual card.
Master, and then Waterforce. You can kind of see with each level up,
skills
you can
for the Bionic shark. Nice.
either additional.
Since I'm salty too, I guess I'm the seawater, huh?
Additional cosmetic features, which we'll get to in a sec too.
I'm also checking the inventory of 4090s while I'm watching these, so I can maybe get one in stock if someone cancels their order.
We're kind of known for the alternate spinning fans. The middle fan now is going to be spinning in the opposite direction as the side fans, of course.
All right, so we got two now.
Our fans itself as well, we have our patented Windforce fans on the, of course, the Windforce and the Gaming OC. And then on the Master card, we have some.
So, the ones that were in stock today from Gigabyte on Best Buy, we had the. Here, let me bring this up over here, real quick. So this is what I was trying to get. They have the 4090 Gaming OC, which was 1700. They had this. What is this? The Windforce? I don't think it has a name. This one, the 1600, is a cheaper one. Let's see, 1599. So yeah, see, this is the Windforce, the one they're showing on there. It's just 1600. It's a lot of money. So I'm just still checking in stock to see maybe they'll be in stock while I watch this. So if I stop it real quick. What up, AMD PC builders? What up, Twiners? What up, PC's Vlogs? What up, PC Jack?
Which
they were in stock earlier. Why wait so late? I'm not sure.
So
maybe they wanted everyone to get their hands on them before they do this.
As you guys can see here.
Ooh, I like the little designs on the fans though.
Here. I do want to take a second here to talk
I like when companies add the little details like that. It's much nicer. This kind of looks like the 3090 ROG Strix.
a little bit
So,
about our dual BIOS.
I
as
like
well.
those little, not indents,
So,
but
Dual BIOS. Kevin,
those
since
little
I'm going to be
designs
pulling
on
it
them.
up, can you walk us through it real quick?
Yep. So dual BIOS is going to be a physical switch on the PCB. It's located about
Right.
here and right here on this card, and that basically lets you switch.
dual BIOS
basically lets
switches
you
are dope.
switch between two different BIOS modes.
They,
and it's kind of baked in there
in
already,
case
so
you
don't
mess
have
up
to
your
do
card trying to overclock it
anything
or you brick
particular
it,
yourself,
you can go ahead and switch
other
it
than
over.
flipping the switch, and that'll take you from
Which is what
OC,
they're probably
which is
gonna
where
say.
you have all your performance, to silent. So if you're feeling like, hey, I'm doing too much gaming lately, and
Does anyone really leave it on silent? I just always keep it on overclock and just time my fans. Put them on a curve I like.
going off, then you can pop it out over to the silent mode, and you'll get a lot more quieter running on your card.
Yep. So the dual BIOS is available on all the GPUs that we have.
Sorry that
guys.
the screen's so
The
small.
button's a
I
little
just don't
hard
want to get
find, so I
copyrighted
wanna
or
show you
anything.
guys, it's usually located
Figured if
near
I
the PCI
put a small
connector.
screen,
It's a fairly small switch,
that'd
so
be
it's
good.
easy to miss. But that is something that's standard on a lot of the Gigabyte Horse cards. Now, why don't we talk a little bit about the master? Because I see there are comments, a lot of comments actually asking about the master.
You know what? Let
they're
me
saying
check
they
their
wanna
live
learn
stream
more about
too,
it.
since
So,
we're checking live stream.
so we do have the master right here, guys. And for this series,
It's my birthday
something
today.
that
Can I get a
we
gift?
want to talk to you guys all about is, of course,
in the card's
power
cool.
faces, which
Someone's got a 3080 master for
kind of
sale.
show us around.
Yeah, sure. So one thing that's being talked about a lot for the series
Can you
is
send me a
power faces.
sample?
And while most of the time this is a kind of spec you'll see on motherboards, it does apply
I block
to
all the
graphics
GPUs
cards
I
too.
get.
So
Oh, nice.
power faces
What case do you have?
basically helps ensure that you
And
have
yeah, that'll be pretty cool in there.
smooth, stable power
Should
delivery.
have done little Gigabyte logos on the
power
fans.
supply to your GPU. And why is that important for
Are you gonna
this
dual
series? Is
this
because,
one, the dual
we have more
4090s?
power going in.
I'm
We
just kidding. I
have
think they took off that
faster
support.
speeds, high performance.
But
And you really want to have.
do you
the
plan on
most
getting a
stable
4090, or are you gonna
GPUs
stick
and,
with the
constant
AMD?
power delivery that you can?
You gonna get the
If you have
7000
weird
series?
spikes and dips in your power delivery, it's there's a chance that some of your components on your card will be damaged. So
Since you do water cool all your GPUs, what do you do with the frame? Do you just hang them up on your wall or something?
the more power
Hang 'em up behind the
phases,
PC
better.
case?
And
I always
this-
wondered.
You'll see as it goes as we go up our product stack, you'll see the performance as well as power phase also increase. So there's kind of a
Double
linear
take it,
progression
70.
there
Nice. What's
as
that?
you go up. We'll get
Is
into
that like
the
a
exact
open?
breakdown of power phases
Thermal
a little bit later.
take.
But just know that when you're having a higher speed and more power delivery,
PC
you're gonna want
cases.
those more power phases to kind of to make the power stable. So, so getting into it, gaming OC is gonna be a
Is it some-
20 plus 4.
Any word on the
power phase.
4080 launches?
And
I
then
can't
going
remember
up,
if they
you're gonna
specified
have
dates.
24 plus 4 on both the.
I haven't heard anything. I have a 3090 and 6900 XT. Are those both water cooled? And I haven't heard anything yet on the 4080. They'll probably talk about it at the end of this video. This is the PC case that popped up when I typed in Thermaltake X70. This is the X71, so is it something like this? Jeez, it's got those fans on the bottom. Tell, what's that guy's name? Bilal? Tell him to go ahead and buy that. There's a guy in my
Master
friend's
and
Discord
also
asking about
water
PC cases nonstop.
Yeah. So since that is our flagship card,
I'm thinking about a
That's where you're gonna
490,
get
but I'm waiting
most
for
of
AMD
your
release to
premium
see and make a
features.
choice from there.
so
agree.
another thing that comes up a lot is
Do you get any free cards from AMD or no? That'd be pretty cool. If you can or can't say, that's fine too. The
with all this
4090s
power
are
going
expensive. I
into
could
it,
see why you would wait.
obviously there's going to be a lot more heat. Heat is a very big concern.
They're talking
And,
about
that concern is
the
also
heat
why
of the
we have
card.
engineered such a massive heatsink and cooling solution. And as you go up the stack again, you're
PC
also
chat.
going to see a
Yeah,
progression.
He's the
where
one that's saying in his
gaming OC
Discord.
is going to have 300 millimeter fans, and then
He doesn't know what case to buy.
Windforce is going to have the 300 millimeter
He's
fans,
contemplating.
and then moving up, the
AMD
gaming OC is
pushed so
gonna
much
have
better than NVIDIA for
110
benchmarks and things
millimeter,
and easy to mod
and
for more
Master
performance.
is where you're going to have our fan
That's
favorite,
true.
newer fan favorite,
but 3090s, they're no joke either. Or 4090s are no joke either. They're good for gaming as well. No, we're not getting any
110
samples, I wish.
millimeter shark blade, Bionic
They're good
shark
for
fin
rendering,
design.
you know, stuff like that. They
It's a
do got
mouthful.
24
It's a
gigabytes of
mouthful.
VRAM.
So, why don't we show the
You
the
think
Shark
AMD would go
Bionic
24
Shark
gigs?
Fan video again? We'll kind of
Then I would
explain
have
to you
both.
guys how these are different. If you guys were paying attention earlier, we do have of course, the
shit.
Windforce
I wasn't
fans.
paying
And these are the
attention.
new edition.
All right.
And what we're calling the Bionic Shark fans.
They're showing the commercial again.
Resulting in a quieter operation.
There you go.
Speeds.
3 noise reduced.
For 40 series and
Did I go too
widely
far?
available on the 30 series. If you guys notice, on our 20 series, we did have the LEDs on the fans. On the 30 series, it was limited to just a few models. I think the Aorus Elite, like 3060 Ti, I think that one had it. But that wasn't on the Master or anywhere
3060
on
Ti?
the gaming OCs.
Sheesh.
Now we're bringing it back for 40 series.
Do any of these have
and,
screens?
Yeah, they look pretty awesome. So if we can dim the lights here, let's see if we can show some of the guys, or show you guys some of the cool new lighting features.
Sorry, there's input
All
lag.
right, so this first
This
one
is what we
have
wanna
is called
see.
Rainbow.
I'm just
It's a
kidding.
little bit hard.
Who here
you know,
likes
once it gets
RGB?
translated onto camera, but it's
Create
a
a poll.
growing
How
rainbow.
do I create a poll in this? Create a
Starting
poll.
from 3 points, and they all kind of just grow and intersect together. And
Does
two of the other modes that I do
RGB
want to go over are the dazzle and the claw mode.
GPUs.
So this is our dazzle mode. You might recognize
Render on
this
AMD.
from
The
some of our
difference is
key
little, not
visuals.
worth the cost. Plus
This
everything
one's
is
pretty
open
cool
source on
too.
AMD. Nope. You're the best one to decide on that.
And then we also have the claw mode. So this one,
I think you showed me
this
some
is
of your
the
files.
Talons of the Falcon.
And that's pretty dope. We need people like
That's
you
how I like to
pioneering
call
AMD. Spreading the good
Yeah,
word.
so guys, there are actually like, I think there's way more lighting modes in this. There's
I went ahead and put a poll up.
more than 10 that's available on GCC. And
case you guys
yeah,
wanna
this
add.
will be
I asked, does RGB matter on a graphics card? Some people like RGB, some don't. I want to see what
pretty
you
much
guys
available
think.
to you guys on the Master exclusively, the RGB Halo at least. We'll get to the gaming OC in just a sec. That one also has the LEDs on the fans,
It does.
by the way. And here's a quick video of how everything will look. Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. By the way, guys, the Master, there's not only the fans that will light up, we also do have...
Oh, there you go. There's the screen. It looks like it lights up here. The screen is there, the little Aorus thing. Before you could put your own image. You could probably put your own GIF as well, like on the previous 30 series ones. Let's see what else they got to say about it. How much is the core clock? I could look that up real quick. On which one? On this one? The Aorus Gigabyte. Sorry. I can't tell if this is the Windforce or this is gaming. I think that's the gaming, the one with the screen on it. No, it's not the gaming. Well, anyways, let's see what I could find. So, this is the Gigabyte gaming. Let's see specifications. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Video memory clock, 21 megahertz. Am I gonna have to go to the actual website? Where is your core clock? Give me a quick second. Just literally copy all this. Copy. Paste. 4090. This is the gaming OC 24G core clock. What does it say? To be determined. So I don't think they. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. Terrible. Anyways, there you go. Let's see if they restocked. Like I said, I keep refreshing this just in case it says in stock. You never know. But as you guys saw, it said to be determined.
as you guys can see right
On
here,
the website.
the LCD Edge View, which we'll get to in a second. If you guys are familiar with 30 series, this was introduced there on the higher end cards, and basically on the side of the GPU we have a little
Okay, so
LCD screen,
SLI is still a thing.
fully customizable,
Sorry about
and
that.
you're able to choose from a variety of different options. For example, if you want to display your system,
I like this
specs,
little
like your
screen
temperature,
feature.
Sure,
That's
we
pretty
can
dope.
do that. Or you want to do a GIF of your dog. All right,
GIF
cool.
or
You can do
GIF?
that too. Or you want to do an image of your girlfriend. Sure, you can put that up there too.
I'll probably put my own face on there, actually.
You put your own face.
If your girlfriend
You
is
can do that
cool,
too.
it'll keep it cool.
No.
But if your girlfriend gets
But,
hot,
we also do
then
have a
it'll go ahead
chibi
and heat
mode,
up
as you guys can
temps
see
in your
there.
PC.
It's kind of
So
like
be
a
careful. Be
Tamagotchi
careful.
thing. The more you, as you use your GPU more or like evolve and stuff like that and hatch, it's pretty cool.
This was on the last 30 series as well. The little egg, it hatches the more you use your GPU, the egg hatches, it cracks, it grows up into the little Aorus monster, and it gets older. So this is good for people that want to buy a used card. The newer the
So
egg
this
is, the
adds a
monster
little
is, the
layer of
bigger it is, the
customization.
more used it is.
If you're using these cards,
So if you're trying to figure out how old your
you can
used
vertically mount it
GPU
to
is,
get the
that can help you
nice,
determine.
RGB halo lights, or you can just mount it normally, and you can still use the LCD edge view as a kind of a extra
Gigabyte RTX
layer
4090
of
Gaming
customization.
OC
Right.
or MSI RTX 4090 Gaming X Trio. What is better to buy? Right now, the best one to buy is the first one that's available because they're just going to keep selling out for a while. But in a world where they're both plenty in stock and you can choose, I would probably recommend the MSI Gaming X Trio. Those are, let me see. MSI, I think, makes the better GPUs usually. They're a little more reliable. I mean, Gigabyte Gaming is good too. Let's see. It's 1600 for the Gaming Trio. This is the one that you would be interested in. I would recommend this over the Gigabyte Gaming. But does it say that? It says the GPU boost clock speed is 2520 megahertz. I don't see the core clock on here yet. And on the Gigabyte one, it didn't say. So I don't know what this. They also have this the Supreme Liquid for 1749. I would probably recommend that for $50 more over the Gigabyte Gaming. These two, the MSI Gaming X is cheaper. I haven't got my hands on them yet. I haven't really seen too much benchmarks on the AIB since those just came out today. So I can't tell you exactly which one would be better in performance. But if we're just going off what brand is usually better, MSI Gaming X.
Really quick,
but I can't tell you yet because I haven't really tested any of them. And like I said, just get whatever one's in stock if you really are trying to get a 4090. If you, for 1 second, hesitate, it might sell out right under you, even if it's in your cart.
To use, RGB Fusion was baked right in there. You can click on
shows
your
the SLI
RGB
figures in
mode,
this
you can
video.
set your fan
Okay.
curve. It was a lot simpler, so if you haven't yet, give it a try. It's compatible with all our 40 series, AM5 boards, and all future products. So that one will let you easily find the correct drivers and just
MSI 3/8 pin.
So just to be clear, we use the Aorus engine, which
I'm not surprised by the 3/8 pin. These, if for overclocking, you're gonna want more power going into your card, so that makes a lot more sense. So that might be a good thing. It might be a
helps to
little
control the
uglier and a little harder to
GPU
manage the
sense.
wires.
Now
but
everything is
you could always buy
integrated into something.
I mean, that's more money.
So
But you could always buy a.
it combines RGB Fusion, Aorus engine.
Wait, hold on.
into
I'm gonna watch
one.
this a little more before I
All-
comment
all
on the
of
sockets.
platforms
Man, performance
you
based more on
originally
cooling.
introduced
Even the
separately,
Founders
and
is super
it
good.
will
This round for
automatically detect
AIB.
all your Gigabyte
Well,
Gaming
AIR, but I
hardware,
get what you meant. AIB.
and
Um,
it will
yeah,
show you
the
correct
Founders
driver
is
versions
pretty
for you.
crazy
You don't have to
price.
go hunt them down.
Look, all the cards pretty much have good cooling. What really matters is, well, obviously if you water cool it, but your case and your room temperatures plays a big factor,
And
more than any of the different temperatures in these AIBs or the Founders, because you have a hot room, they're all gonna be hot. You have a case with terrible airflow, it's gonna be hot. So
all your RGB
I think that makes
effects,
more of an
so,
importance than
if I wanted
the
to,
air on
it
these.
would be easy for us to see
And all
the
fans are pretty
motherboard,
much quiet.
the RAM.
I don't care about
If we
fan
have
noise.
our water
I
force
wear
audio
headphones.
installed, also,
So,
graphics card, of course.
Everyone's picky
And
about
we have
different
monitor.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want RGB on
So
GPUs.
yeah, just give it a shot.
Since they're so expensive, I want as much features as you
Alright,
can put
guys,
on it.
last but not least, let's talk about
But-
the Windforce graphics card, because this one is something that's available at launch. That was available at launch. Something we don't have in the studio, but we do have
They don't have it in
an
studio.
image of it for you guys to check out. Boom.
Wow. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's already a water cooled one. For someone like me that doesn't really water cool their stuff, it's perfect. For AMD PC builders community, he does custom loops. I would like to get into that one day. So he doesn't really care. He'll probably get the founders or the
Kevin's holding it
reference
up
for
us
AMD.
here.
I have it right here. No worries.
It looks
guys.
like it's 360
So
millimeter
this card, guys,
fan.
it is
So
comes with a 360 AIO. With
you would have to make sure that fits in your case as well.
20 millimeter
and
fans.
mine is perfect because
we can take it off.
my
the screen
camera
now,
turned
I think.
off.
It should be fine. It does have
me turn that back
24
on.
plus 4.
Sorry, I have a
power phases,
DSLR that
similar
turns the
to
camera on and off
Master Card
every
as well.
half
And,
hour.
What's
Give
cool
me a
about that
quick
one, of
second.
course, it has a attached local cooler essentially, and it has 460 millimeter of tubing.
Sorry about that,
which,
guys.
If we translate to for us English speakers, it's about 18 inches of FEP tubing, which will absorb moisture and void and prevent it from leaking. They're pretty thick. We've seen it.
Once again, guys, I don't think they're normally public speakers. They are a little nervous.
live, and
It's
yeah,
fine.
those
It
are
happens to
absolutely
me.
beefy.
I understand.
And yeah, that one's gonna be a good addition for people who have the cases that can support multiple 360s or 280 and 360
Let's
millimeter
see.
radiators.
Right.
Um,
One
I
of
don't
the
see that one on
benefits
Best
actually
Buy.
For the Waterforce is,
Let me look it up on
everyone knows how big
Newegg.
these are. Waterforce is going to be a 2-slot card. So for those of you with more case limitations, Waterforce is definitely a
let's
solution
see.
you can look into. It's only dual slot, and you know, as Howard mentioned, you have that extra long tubing for your radiator. So the places that you can mount it is pretty versatile. Gives you a lot of options.
I don't know if they mentioned the
and
price
it's,
on here, but let's see. On Newegg, it is sold out. But it's $18.99. It's a pretty expensive price. There's the back of that. That's how it looks like. Here, give me a second. Since they weren't able to give us a bigger picture, so that's how the back plate looks. It has the little can I just click that? It has the little eagle here, has these little lines. It says team up, fight on. So that's the front or the top of it. If you vertically mount it, that's how it looked like. It has a golden eagle there. Not bad. This is how it looked like in most people's case. It's got that little dongle. Yeah, and then what is this? 3 display ports. I'm assuming 1.4, HDMI 2.1 probably. I'm not too sure. I haven't really seen them. Let's see, 2 HDMI 2.1s, 3 display port 1.4. Yep. All right. So that's just in case you wanted to see how that looks, since they don't really have it in person. I don't either. See, they can't even get their hands on them.
With more bills
and they own they work with
our
the
other
company.
4090s, which are definitely
That's how sold out
above
they are.
4 slots, so.
yeah,
Gee.
they're about close to they're like 4 slot almost.
Almost 4 slot.
Yeah, almost 4 slot versus 2 slot.
It'll be with the most
And
power
of
delivery on
course,
them. I put 1000 watts
with
into
the
this
concern
1000
of the
XT.
size of the
Yeah, it's
card,
360 rad.
we've also included some GPU brackets, especially on the gaming OC and on the Aorus.
It says it comes with GPU bracket. I don't see it yet. Maybe it's super zoomed in. Go ahead and vote in the poll if RGB matters on GPUs.
Master, we have
Surprisingly,
included
No's in the
this,
lead.
Additional bracket.
Oh,
just for extra
it goes screwed in the
security
back.
for you guys.
Okay.
The Windforce does not come with this bracket, but it does come with a
The Windforce does not come with it. I'm repeating what he said. It still should come with it. These are expensive cards.
GPU stand,
but whatever.
which is kind of serves a similar function. So
Look, this guy.
Kevin's holding it up right here. That
So even though that's pretty flimsy, it's better than nothing, guys.
is the GPU bracket that comes with every single gaming OC and Aorus Master GPU,
So
and it's relatively
gaming
easy to
OC,
install.
the Aorus
As you
Masters,
guys
they
can
come with the
see,
bracket. That's
there's,
nice.
2
More stuff,
connections
more
you need to
features.
make,
Since we're
and
spending
then
so much money,
this
is
other part would
greatly
go
appreciated.
into the near your case.
Yeah, so
and
this
goes on the GPU.
It goes on your, you'll just go into your motherboard, and it has some adapters for the standoffs and everything, and then you can adjust it this side.
That
And
attaches to your
Just
motherboard.
hooks onto
Huh.
basically your
That's
heatsink,
definitely
and
interesting.
it'll help support your card.
Once I do get my
So
hands on them,
this
I'll
is
show
the
you guys
version
how that
we
works.
have on Gaming OC.
I don't have my
Master.
hands on them.
And then for Windforce, we actually include a stand. It is adjustable.
Oh, the Windforce comes
in
with the
terms of
stand.
height,
Nice.
however you
Okay.
want it. So, depending on your case, you can move it up and down.
So they all do come with
Depending on
a
how
GPU
you want
holder,
to install it, you
card
can turn it
holder,
sideways,
GPU
whatever
bracket,
it is,
whatever you want to call it.
that fits your particular case. And these are both just those little things that we added because we already understand, hey, these cards are pretty big and they're going to weigh a lot. A lot of people do have trouble with GPU stacks, so we've included both of these. And, I do want to kind of tie this into our motherboard, where we have the reinforced PCIe slot.
Let's see.
And it's not only just from one side, it's reinforced from the top and the bottom of the board. And this will improve the tensile strength by 2.2 times. And it really helps.
Like I said, any graphics card holder is dope. GPU bracket, whatever you want to call it. These are expensive cards.
To support, these
Give us as much stuff
bigger,
as you can
bigger GPUs as
with how much money we're spending
get
on
further
these.
along in technology.
And another question I've been seeing a lot in the chat has been
there was a
power
chat.
connectors. So, yes, there is a 16 pin, right? Power connect. Oh, there it is, Kevin.
So they're about to talk about the power connector. Someone brought that up earlier. Tyrannid brought that up earlier. Guys, if you're watching this, can you hit like and subscribe? That'd be dope. Let's see what's in here. So they got a porn bot as well. Probably won't fit in most cases. He's talking about the chat, so I'm just trying to see what the chat's saying. Link to the store. See you all soon. I'll try to get one in the UK. No stock. What about Europe? Taxes hit very hard here in Hungary. The only one I was able to buy was the Windforce. All right, that's a good thing. Let's see. The official prices gave me hope for the budget I had planned. Okay, that's a good budget. Sold out in the US. Let's see what else. What about 4080? That's a very valid question. So I don't know if they're gonna talk about any of these, but they're talking about their chat. So I just wanted to see what their chat had to say. Rafael Molina. Yeah. I am depressed by the AM5 offering at the moment. I'll probably settle for a B650 Tomahawk. At the least, the VRMs and the price is decent. Yeah, Tomahawk's a nice card. I don't blame that guy for going for that one. It's not like I'm a settle. That's not a bad thing.
So there is a 16 pin, guys, for this one. We've also
Planners
included
said don't forget the coaster
adapter for
maybe
power supplies that
I don't think GPUs come with CDs anymore.
The power drop.
Yeah.
Right?
So if your power supply did not already come with a 16-pin connector,
is that 4 PCI E8 pin connectors? That's crazy.
Okay.
What is that? 32?
Never fear. We
There's a
do
32 pin
provide
socket.
the adapter in every single
Jeez.
with every single card. So all you would need to do is make sure you have 4 available regular 6+2 PCIe connectors, and then
Yeah, so you're gonna need 4 PCIe connectors, preferably individually wired. The dual ones for this are probably not the best.
you'll be
But
able to use
work
the
with what
adapter
you got, I
to
guess.
plug it into the card.
I
And,
mean,
I
you'll
do
probably be
recommend
fine.
it
But
because
with all the power going in,
it's
you want
awesome.
individual ones.
Yeah, we're trying to make it as available and as easy to use for everyone as possible, which is why we're including, adapters, right? The GPU holders and brackets.
How much people are viewing
It's
this?
all just to give everyone a better experience.
I'm gonna give a like.
And Kevin, I guess what
20 watching
would
now.
be like the wattage on your PSU that you would recommend to someone who's picking up a 4090?
He said 6
that-
pin
Okay,
plus
so
2.
Total system power requirement.
Let's see.
Let's go with that.
Where are we at right now?
For Win,
We're like at 520. Okay, I think he said 6 pin plus 2.
yeah, we're trying to make it as available.
power supplies that aren't able to do the power drop.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
so-
if your power supply did not already come with a 16-pin connector,
I don't
Never-
care, whatever.
gonna cut it anymore. But if you do have a 15,000 and you're running things pretty normally, you're just trying to get some games in here and there, it's definitely gonna be enough.
Yeah. So that is something to consider, guys. Your usage too, but safe zone would be about I think 1,000 watt for the master and gaming OC. Just a safe zone. Like no worries, you should be fine in like most use cases. And yeah, I guess that is kind of the summary of everything we want to go over with you guys today. Before we head off here, I know a lot of people are asking in chat right now about the pricing availability, so we do have a little breakdown for you guys here.
All right. Is that what Best Buy is? Let's see. $15.99. Is that the Windforce? Yeah. And then the gaming OC is $16.99. Yeah, so the prices are pretty much accurate. Expensive cards.
So, like I mentioned previously, it is a very linear progression. So let's go from the Windforce first. So Windforce is not gonna come with any RGB, starting at $15.99.
No RGB is very terrible. I know it's the budget one, the cheaper one, but bro, it's still $1,600.
And it's gonna have the screen cooling still, like we mentioned. It's gonna have dual BIOS, all the good stuff. But it's gonna be just all black. A kind of a nice finish this time around, actually. Now we move up to
the everyone that voted no that RGB doesn't matter on the GPU, you could always turn it off.
Gaming OC, which comes in at $16.99. You are gonna get the LEDs on the fans, and I believe on the side Gigabyte logo as well. For this one, still using the Windforce technology, same one as the Windforce card right beneath the stack, but you're gonna get that LED. And as we move up to the Master, this is where you're gonna get the edge view lighting effect on the side here. You're also gonna get, of course, the Bionic Shark fans instead of the Windforce fans.
Okay, so this one has the little fins on it.
And so the Master is a little flashier.
It's got shark fans, but it's an eagle. None of it's making sense.
And of course, other than that, like it also does have the additional lighting on the top of the GPU or next to the fans as well. So Master, in my opinion, looks really, really solid. But if you're interested in, of course, a water-cooled solution, you guys. And finally, these are going to be available at your available.
They're not available at Amazon yet, or they weren't earlier. Best Buy sold out. B&H probably sold out. I checked earlier. Newegg sold out. Micro Center, I don't have one near me.
The US and Canadian retailers for this show. They are, I think, as when we're streaming, sold out in a limited quantity of 4090 gaming OCs on there as well. We actually have a Gigabyte official store that we've actually launched today. And we've put
they just launched
a limited quantity of 4090 gaming OCs on there as well. I'm sure we'll drop the link in the chat pretty soon for you guys to check out. It is limited quantity, so if you're looking to pick up one of these and you can't find one, be sure to check out the website. And in the upcoming days as well, we'll be restocking limited quantities.
So this is how their website looks like.
And our vision for the store is we're gonna have more.
Well, look at the store right now.
Models in the future, more product lines as well. So be sure to stay tuned. That is the official Gigabyte store, but it's only for US only. Just want to throw that caveat out there. So please go check it out if you're interested and you live in the States and you want to pick up a 4090.
Yeah, I do know our team was.
Okay. That's pretty much the video. I went ahead and liked it. I'm gonna drop the link to this video in the description, and I'm also gonna drop the link to the store in the description. I know I don't profit off of it, but they did provide that video, so that's a good way for me to pay them back. Oh, look, Tyrannid is he's the one that said that. Shout out to Tyrannid being the last one in the chat. I didn't even realize that, bro. So this is their new store, huh? Worth the wait. See more. NVIDIA GeForce, the gaming. Am I able to add to cart? Ooh! Check out. Oh, snap. Give me a second, guys. Crazy. Continue. Shipping. I'm not going to tell you guys my information. Yeah, this is crazy. Apartment. Don't want to dox myself. That'd be pretty bad. Let's see if it lets me go through with it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it though. I only buy it from certain stores. Free shipping. It only lets me pay with PayPal. Let me look at the terms and conditions. Interesting. Definitely. It exited me out of my stream. Give me a second, guys. Why is it doing this? Alright, sorry about the dead air. I don't know if I want to go with checkout. Let's see what their terms of services are when it comes to, let's see, terms and conditions. This website is operated by Gigabyte. Online store terms. By agreeing to these terms of services. I know that doesn't sound so exciting. I was just trying to see the refund policy and stuff like that. Products or services. Accuracy of billing. Optional tools. Third-party links. Prohibited uses. Disclaimer. Let me see. Wow. Alright. Well, you guys saw I read the terms and services. I was checking to see their refund policy because in case this shit doesn't work, I don't want to be stuck with a dead card. Oh well, I'll figure that out in a bit. I don't know how the refund works on this. Let me see, go back. Doesn't say anything about the refunds, return policy. There you go. Sorry guys, this is important stuff. I know it's probably not the most exciting. Let's see. Products that are received by Gigabyte Inc. Any return that is not in its original packing. Any return that is over 30 days of invoice date. Any product that exhibits physical damage. We accept returns in original packing, including retail box and other with the product within 30 days of invoice date without restocking fee. Alright. Well, I might order this then. Ha! Give me a second, you guys. Check out Gigabyte Official. Let's see if I'm able to get this. Continue with PayPal. Sorry, like I said, I know this isn't the most exciting thing to do on chat, but let's see if I'm able to get a 4090. If it hasn't sold out by now. Sorry, I can't. Alright, going through. Let me go get my credit card. Alright. Let's see. Complete purchase. No way. It's not going through. I don't know. Maybe it's interesting. Maybe it thinks it's fraud. I don't know. It's not working. I'll try in a bit. Damn, that sucks. That would have been nice. That would have been sick to get on the stream. I will check it out. Maybe it thinks it's fraud. Alright, just making sure that that's still on. Alright, cool. Gigabyte has the worst RMA policies. Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about too. Plus, it didn't let me check out with my card. Let me see. Click to continue. I don't know. Maybe it's probably thinks it's fraud because it's a new website. Damn. Well, guys, I tried. But it's available on that website if you guys want to. Let me try one more time. Oh, you know what? I think it's sold out. Yeah, it's not going through, guys. Sorry. Anyways, that would have been nice to get on stream, huh?
Pretty late last night working on it, making
Oh,
sure.
A happy building season. All the
Let's see what other RTX 4090 launch. Let's see what else is on there. Oh, look at me. Nice. Big lines, Aorus. They had 4.7 thousand viewers. Nice. Gigabyte RTX 4090 gaming OC. Any other big companies do theirs? I don't see any other interesting one. Raw Global streamed 6 hours ago. Let's see what they had to say. How long is this one? 27 minutes. Let's go.
Always like this really high-end, excellent, just crazy performance product, but man alive, this is something.
All right.
Performance on these, and on the build quality. Can we show them off?
All
Do you
right.
have pictures?
I do.
Let's see what they're talking about.
So we really tried to improve on the build quality even from last generation, which really was an excellent design. The whole thing is a die cast shroud. Can we show them off?
So as we saw, oh well. I couldn't get it exactly on there.
We really tried to.
So let's look at this design right here. Can I zoom in on this? No, it doesn't let me since it's a video. Here, I'll do this. So, I'm a little bit in the way. Let's see. Anyways, as you can see, it has the logo right here on the heat vent. It's got the ROG lettering there. It's nice. It's got these little lines. It's got the dongle right there. Republic of Gamers GeForce RTX. It's got this big old radiator, or the aluminum shroud, whatever you guys want to call it. I like calling it radiator, technically.
To improve on the build quality even from last generation, which really was an excellent design.
Anyone trying to get a 4090 here, I'll drop the link in the
frame backplate. You know, it's like a full metal
in the chat.
card,
that way you guys are able to get it.
3.5 slot design. You've got a massive fin array in there with that heatsink. You've got 304 millimeter axial tech fans.
Oh, it says sold out.
And these are bigger than last generation, so you're going to get like 20.
Maybe that's why it wouldn't go through.
Than the previous gen tough fans, which were previously, I think, some of our biggest fans on cards. And that's just the fans. The real secret sauce here is the vapor chamber design that we're using. It's not just a regular heatsink. It's a vapor chamber with milled channels where the heat pipes go, so they get better contact with the surface.
I think the
vapor chamber.
I think the 3090s had the vapor chamber as well. I think a bunch of the 30 series ROG cards had it.
That has allowed us to really
and the tough gaming.
Maximize the thermal, the heat dissipation of this
card.
card.
If I'm wrong, feel
plus
free to
that
correct me.
Huge vent.
And then right here they have it's red and blue, the ROG symbol back there, the ROG eyes, the 3 different ROG logos in the center. It's a really nice looking card. It looks pretty squarish. Some people probably don't like that, but I mean, you got to take what you can get. I like it. It looks different. A lot of people don't like that red and blue color. So, I mean, if you're spending $2,000, you might as well get what you like. So,
On the back plate.
if
which is
ROG's
just
not
so
for you,
cool looking.
then
I love that.
don't grab this card.
The cards are fairly large, but they come with a graphics card holder in the box. So, you know, if you're worried about SAG or whatever, worry.
Oh, they come with the bracket holder. That's nice.
Yeah, this is the Strix card. It's awesome. We have a tough card as well. We can go into the tough card in a little bit. Let's start by talking about this and what we're able to. We wanted to create more overhead so that
the Gigabyte people were a little more nervous, but I like the
users
presentation of
could
their
have
video
the
better.
best possible experience, right?
Well, I mean,
so
if
we
we-
actually
Is
the
there anything
Strix,
else?
your butt, just drag it to the end. That means the
Alright.
left
This is just
testing.
pictures.
cell right now. We're going to do some overclocking and undervolting and
Oh, undervolting's nice.
excellent. All right, so this
Alright.
is actually, we have the 4080s on here as well, which are not for sale yet. By the way,
Well, it's what you think about the blue and red on the bottom. I like it. It's something different. You can, I mean, I guess if you want like a random color, like you don't want a static white or you don't want red or blue, it might be pretty bad for you if you like the color orange or green or something like that. But I like it. It's pretty cool to me. But I don't know. I also like 8 ROG, so I guess I like their color schemes. It says this is a recommended PSU for the 4090 and for your, not a Threadripper, but let's just say you have the Intel i9 and the Ryzen i9. They recommend 1000 watt PSU max. Even if I had the Ryzen 5, I'd probably still go for 1000 watt, just because if that's what's recommended for their max, if you ever go to upgrade, you don't want to
49
buy
is for
another
sale right
PSU
now.
again.
If you guys didn't know, go over to Newegg. They're there.
They're not on sale at Newegg.
Shout out to Wizard for waiting.
They're already sold out.
Yep, I'm here for you guys. So we've talked about this a little bit on the channel before. When you go to the product page for these graphics cards, you'll usually see a recommended power supply value, but that can vary depending on.
This is very important. I have people questioning me on my videos when I review them sometimes. Like I said, I just go by what's recommended on the box. I tell you guys, some people say like you can go away with the 750 watt or like 100 watt under. Yeah, you probably can, but this is just what they recommend on the
What
box.
else you're running in your
And
system.
it's better
As
to go
Jake has
with a
learned
little
the hard
overhead
way,
than not.
plugging
You'll
like
get better
1,000
performance
things
and
into his one little motherboard.
you won't hurt your card.
And so we have this table that'll show you what
Alright.
kind of power supply you're probably going to want.
I already talked about your
150 watt
table.
should some of our new the
Let's see
60
what else you talk about.
power supply. Let them know you
You don't
card.
actually
I
have
just
the
kinda
card
wanted to throw
physically
this
on
out there.
hand.
You can find these on the product page. Sure, by the way. So the boost behavior for these cards, for
Let's
those who
go.
aren't
Let's talk
familiar,
about the boost.
usually these cards have kind of a target temperature that they would like to stay under, and then they have their maximum temperature that they like absolutely they have to stay under. They won't go beyond that. But their target temperature, as long as
So
they're
there's a
in
better
a
look
decent,
at this.
like decently cool
There's
room,
that red and blue.
if they
Like you
hit,
said, Intel and
I think it's
AMD colors.
87. Now this is gone
Just
in
need
my
the green
chat,
ROG.
and I need to go back and look at it.
It's red, white, and blue for Merc, and then it's the ROG eye with the ROG lettering.
So, yeah, I lost it. 70. Nope. Where'd it go? 84 degrees. So 84 degrees is what it's going to try to stay
Hit
under.
like, I like
And as
supporting
long
all
as
these
it's under
people.
84 degrees, it'll just keep boosting higher than even the clock speed that you see on the box or on the product page. So
if
these
cool,
are still,
it'll keep boosting.
these
What
are
is that max
overclocked.
boost?
We have overclocked
We don't
editions
know.
of the Strix and
It's
the tough
apparently
cards.
has infinite
and,
boost.
you can also put them into OC mode and GPU tweak. It's just a one-click thing for even more performance. So that's the Strix card.
Beautiful.
I've even got my.
All right. Well,
Matches the system.
I don't have it in hand,
Attach
so
your motherboard to your GPU, but it you know,
they don't have it
doesn't
in
have
hand
the
either.
same
Like I said, it's hard to get these cards. They can't get them either.
of performance. That again, 450 watts for that. P mode, I think we were seeing like
This is
67 degrees
ROG
Celsius,
Global, so
versus 70.
that's kind of like
degrees
their
in Q
public
mode.
relations.
Both that again, 450 watts for that.
Unless Asus
Q mode
North
is
America
10 times
has
quieter than P
it
mode,
physically
so
on
again,
hand,
not
which
as
might
much
be
of a
later
range as
on.
You see with the Strix, not quite as much room to play and really see that vapor chamber flex its muscle.
So this doesn't have that red and blue ROX eye logo. It doesn't have the ROG right here. It doesn't have the little. It's got the little tough symbol here. GeForce RTX in the middle. The dongle. Not too
but
bad.
still really excellent performance. It looks amazing. Love the aesthetic of the tough cards. Gonna match great with our new tough motherboards.
I got a tough gaming motherboard.
Oof,
they're awesome
man,
cards.
let me tell you.
Or motherboards, cards
and again,
as well.
It's the same rules apply in terms of wattage and the power supply that you're gonna want for this card as well.
All right, it's pretty much the same card, just a little.
So yeah, those are the
design.
two.
I'm sure
those
the
are the
coolings
two
are the same.
4090s.
This
dude, I'm
has
so
a vapor
excited.
chamber as
The
well.
thing that's crazy about this is that
Hold on, let me see if my camera turned off.
I don't know if you saw some of these reviews, but
Yeah,
even
camera turned off. Turning it back on.
1440p, these
I have
cards are so
DSLR,
powerful
so the
that
camera
some
turns
games
on
run
and
into a
off.
CPU bottleneck. So even if you have a 1440p monitor, you might as well just super sample the crap out of it and get the best picture quality possible, because you're talking like put DLDSR on these things. That's not something we've talked about a ton on the channel, because most people don't have an overabundance of GPU power, right? They're trying to find ways to get more frames. If you have this card, okay, and you've got like a 1440p monitor, turn on DLDSR and watch your picture look sharper for, with
If you have a 1440p monitor, turn every setting onto the max, because you're gonna still hit those high frames. You're gonna max out your monitor anyways, is what he's trying to say. I have a 1440p monitor as well, so I would do the same thing. I'd probably have ray tracing on the whole time as well.
A ton of headroom to play with. This is going to be a really interesting. Be a really interesting.
Are you gonna show the card anymore? Are you gonna talk about it? I'm probably gonna skip this video.
Twitch and YouTube.
All right, get out of here. Thank you guys. Whatever. Let's see. Any other official? I'm not trying to watch. Tech Notice. Why people are wrong about it. Is there any other official launches? Let me see if MSI has one. MSI RTX 4090 launch. MSI RTX 4090 launch. You could do a nice Spider-Man build with the Strix. That's true. That'd be pretty dope. So that was the Aorus one we just finished watching, and then I don't see anything from an official MSI. Aorus. Well, MSI Gaming. RTX 4090 streamed 3 hours ago. There we go. Let's see what MSI has to do.
That it was
Okay, see, this is a lot better. They actually have the card on hand. This is what I wanted to watch. Let's go. Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and hit like for them for providing the video. And I'm reacting to it.
What's
so
up, everybody? Welcome to another weekly Wednesday live stream. I'm Peter.
And I'm Mike. Hello, hello.
I saw you have an alter ego in the chat, but you have actually, I see you have an unboxing, reviews, and how-to channel.
Oh,
oh yeah.
Mike's unboxing, reviews, and how-to.
That was
I like
my
their
alter
accent.
ego.
You starting another job there, or?
No, I'm not aware of that channel.
Anyway, it was funny to see, but hey, good to see everybody in the chat as well.
3 hour long.
Welcome,
God damn. That's a
but,
thorough.
you know, there can always be some delay. I also don't know if all shops everywhere have.
Okay, he's talking about stock.
Because you don't really need to use it, but I can understand some people might want to use it just in case. But yeah, so far, all the reviews as well, they've said it's a really sturdy card, Ragnarok included.
Reviews
so
are good.
we actually do have the giveaway and are giving away a couple of copies of
Now
that
people
game
in chat
and
are
DLC.
mentioning they're here for the giveaway. I thought
They're doing giveaways to Ragnarok, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it seems.
Let's see if I can bottleneck way before you run into the graphics.
They're talking about how the graphics cards are a lot stronger than
You're
the
asking the wrong question.
CPUs.
That's what I'm saying.
Supposedly
Yeah,
DLSS
can we
3
switch
is supposed to help with
the
that.
web,
oh, we're green.
Whoa. Chill.
See,
oh, wait, I might
even
be,
major
wait,
companies
I
have
might be
technical
connected to the
difficulties,
wrong-
so
I am
don't get
to
too
the
mad at
wrong
me.
network. 1 second.
Quick switch.
Yeah. I am working on it.
All right, so we're gonna get a close up of the card right now.
Is it doing something? I hope it should be doing something.
Any
quickly,
second
see?
now.
It quickly. See.
All right, fuck it right there.
Oh.
All right, there we go.
There we are.
All right.
Just giving you guys a quick overview
as
of
I
this.
mentioned, so it is actually. I think I can. How can I show you guys this?
Look at
Here,
that.
There's a sticker on the back. to show you guys.
This is the
here
Supreme
we go.
X,
It's
the 24 gigabytes.
4090 Supreme X 24 gigs.
Let's
There you
go. There's the BIOS switch right there next to the dongle.
So, chunky boy. And this is actually the first time that I have a physical sample here as well, because if you remember,
There's the dragon logo in the middle. On the sides, it doesn't have it. I do like these little indents here. It's got this gray and silver design on it. A lot better than the
last
3090
stream we actually had to
design, I
ask people
think.
from our headquarters to do some filming so that we could actually show you, instead of showing renders, but we could actually show you how it looks in real life. I'm not sure if this is on the cards when you receive them, so this might just be because we get like the card. I didn't even get packaging, by the way. They just put it in an anti-static plastic bag and said, here you go. Anyway, I'll start. Actually, I have to admit, because I had to do some testing beforehand, that I did remove this plastic from the backplate. That's why it's not that sticky anymore. Because
Sorry, just
I mean, it was
fixing the
blocking
title.
the flow
and
through,
this-
so I kind of had to take it off. Otherwise, it was kind of irresponsible.
So you cheated a little bit on the peeling now.
Well, yeah, I got that peeling feeling. All right, let's start with this.
Let's go.
Here we go. And then, of course, there's a little bit here.
So
As
the
you see,
seat vent
this
is
is
smaller.
the new Supreme logo, and it will light up. It's backlit by LEDs.
I wonder if they're gonna plug
We'll
this
see-
in. Let's see.
We'll see how that actually is lit up
Oh, they do connect it.
when we
Nice.
power the card on. But I mean, this already looks
So
pretty damn sweet.
I guess that's the Supreme logo.
And glorious, if you ask me.
See, question in the chat what the
It says Supreme right here. It has this little triangle, the little brushed aluminum.
size of the fans on this card is.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's around 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters.
100 millimeter fans, almost 120 each.
That's a
Jeez.
slightly
Bigger than
smaller
the-
12 centimeter Star Citizen.
Yes. But again, don't quote me on that because I haven't.
I'm trying to think
actually
what size were the
measured them,
3090 ones for.
But
Oh, he's not
I
too
do
sure.
believe
He's
that's what
spitballing.
it is. I don't think we mentioned it on.
So the heat vent is smaller on this one, but it does have the whole radiator all around, which blows air out. So
On our
I don't know how
product
much of a
either.
difference that makes, but I'm sure not too much.
So yeah, the sides.
Like all the
well, the
air
sides
blows
of
through
course are
there too.
open because you want the air to be able to escape out of the fins on the side there. So that's why it's open.
you
We
go.
would have loved to close it because it might look better, but this is really functional. And
Yeah,
there's, of
you
course,
need
the
it.
new power connector, the 16 pin or 12 plus 4 sense pins.
The BIOS switch is right here, right
which,
next to it.
I mean,
Let's go.
Objectively, it does look a lot better than having. I think this card would get 4 8-pin connectors from a
Yeah, see, this would be 4 8-pin connectors.
traditional.
So the
power supply.
dongle.
If you want.
Remember
to go
earlier
all the
you
way
were
up to
you were
600
saying about the
watts.
6-pin ones?
If you're sticking to 450 watts, you would only need
That's
3
insane.
8-pin. Because each 8-pin connector is basically spec for 150
Right here, we see the MSI logo. Looks like it lights up. Supreme logo looks like it lights up. We like
watts
that.
to
I
provide
like that.
150 watts of power to the graphics card. So you do the math.
All right. There's the front again.
There you go on the back.
Jeez,
So this
let's
is
look at
the
the beginning of my
heatsink
video.
In real life this time.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4,
so as
5,
you see
6,
also the
7.
deflectors here and the heat pipes.
Heat pipes.
I'll see if I can start tearing. I
There might be
honestly don't
more on the
know where I
sides.
should start here.
Rocket League Clips is asking, can you test the graphics card? We will
Yes.
later on definitely test it.
But yes, actually,
Oh,
that's
nice.
the
They're gonna
next thing
test
I'm
the
going to do
card.
after peeling this off.
So right here in front of Peter is already a nice test bench.
Yeah.
Jeez. This is their test
and
bench.
I'll tell you later on what it is as well.
Yeah.
Godlike, of
we can
course.
always do that.
Oh my
Spoiler
god.
alert.
We basically
This is the godlike.
went and
Yeah,
took
of course
the,
they're gonna
the
have that.
fastest CPU we could get. We actually have on hand. So because we wanted to make sure that we pretty much have no excuse for a CPU bottleneck in our benchmarks.
Merrick is asking, are you taking the GPU apart today? Are you allowed to take this one
I
apart?
am allowed to, but I'm not going to because I have to send it back. So sadly,
Taking
and
off the
also
peel.
I honestly think with the benchmark and we're going to do, and we actually
Go
have
ahead,
an
leave that for
interview
you guys. I'm
later
gonna go
on
grab a beer real quick.
with somebody from NVIDIA joining us. I honestly don't think we have time to do it, but maybe in a future live stream. But honestly, we took apart a 3090 Ti in the previous live stream and showed you at least some of the features that are similar on this new card. Damn, this is quite sticky actually. I was hoping it would just come off without applying too much force. But if I try to, I can actually almost lift the card by trying to pull this
See
off.
some discussion in chat about power consumption and what kind of PSU you need. Mineral saying they say you need a minimum of 850 watt. It also very much depends on your whole PC.
It's not that bad, to be fair. That was also the conclusion of most independent media, because everybody thought it's going to be 600 watts or something like that. But honestly, I mean, yes, it's spec'd for 450, and our card, I think, is spec'd for a little bit above that, 480 watts on the gaming BIOS, or the gaming mode, which is, flip the card over, you have the dual BIOS. I should do it like this. Here's the dual BIOS switch, and as you can see, right now, actually, it's set to silent mode. And if you just flick the switch here, now it's in gaming mode. Now it's in silent mode. So this is silent mode should be 450 watts by default, and gaming mode 480 watts. However, that doesn't mean it's always going to run.
I'm gonna grab a beer. What I miss? So that's the BIOS switch there.
Usage.
Silent
And
and
what we've
overclock.
noticed in testing, and what you will see as well during the live benchmarking in a few minutes.
So usually on the BIOS switches, the overclock setting is right facing the PCIe socket, or not the 8-pin socket, or the dongle socket, whatever you want to call that. This one is the same thing. Silence on the left, the gaming overclock's on the right.
Especially
I would recommend leaving it on the gaming overclock. I don't know who has it on the silent, but
in
good for you
games,
guys.
you really have to push it and engage all the bells and whistles, like ray tracing and DLSS and everything, to even get near that number. If you're just using the setup that we have here.
All right, they're gonna
But
talk about their
currently you're
bench.
also
I'm
running
interested
a
to
very
see what they
high-end
have.
16-core CPU with it.
Correct, yeah. So we'll get into that in a minute. But the main thing
16-core CPU. They don't
about
say
it
which
and why
one.
we wanted to use this one is because it has this connector, obviously.
Yeah, I just saw a question about this. How many pin connector? This is the new 12 plus 4 pin PCI Express.
So look, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then there's 4 right here.
Gen 5
So
power connector.
these connectors here, the big ones, those are 12, obviously, 2 rows of 6. And then these 4 here,
There you
that's those are the 4 sense pins. So these will communicate between the graphics card and the power supply, and will basically tell the power supply exactly what it needs to deliver to the graphics card. Without these sense pins, it would only deliver, I don't know, was it 250 watts? I don't know. Anyway, a lot less.
150 without.
So this is a smart PCIe dongle. You definitely need it. For people wondering why there was such controversy on these, this is why we need it.
250, yeah.
No, 150. I
Oh,
think.
150
Yeah.
even. There you go.
That's basically like the lowest setting of this
Yeah.
connector. So you go 150, 300, 450,
Okay.
600.
Let's skip a
do that.
little
I think
more.
it's
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
maybe it says on the cable.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Just skipping ahead. It's a 3-hour stream, so
So basically the system
Just
Peter
making
is using
sure
today
that
is about as high end as it gets.
we get through this
Yeah.
Like, from
quickly
every
as we
aspect.
can.
Yes.
I'll probably
Yeah,
reduce
that's
it
pretty
to
much- we
an
took
hour
the
stream
most
if I
high-end
can.
components we could get from every angle, because again, we wanted to make sure that the graphics card really is not limited.
His layout's dope. They got a bench here, couch there, big table, big desk, nice monitor, his phone. I'm sure he has a little tablet or laptop right here behind the MSI True Gaming. Nice poster in the back. Let's go.
By anything other than itself, as far as possible, let's say. Because as you'll see,
They haven't
even
said the
with
CPU
this
yet,
setup,
so I'm not too sure.
at some points you can run into one in the lineup. Period.
Yes.
It is.
It is.
But it's
It
also the
says
highest
in
end
the
one we happen
description.
to have here at our location. We borrowed this from FAE. I think, did you
Doesn't
have a live
say.
stream with this? Was it last week or?
We didn't borrow this from FAE. FAE usually borrows it
Oh,
from
sorry,
me.
it was our. Oh, actually, okay. Well, it was there, so they were using it for benchmark. Show a bit of.
Okay, they turned it on.
See comments
That's
in
nice.
chat. Nice.
Animation.
White is nicer. Yeah.
And
Also, it's
On the back. Ooh, this is a shame. So
There you
we've
go.
actually got the memory here is causing so much light that it's actually.
Shame. It's a shame that this does. So this has the lighting right here, and I'm assuming this outline is lit up. I can't tell.
Just lighting the rest of the.
That or
Should
it's
have
just
also set
silver.
those to white.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, you guys should have
this
set
is
it to
just
white, bro.
what- out of the box.
Rookies.
But,
You're not top
the
3Tech.
point, what I wanted to show is that this logo,
Just messing.
the Supreme logo on the back is also backlit, as you can see.
Okay, so that does light up as well. You guys should turn off the lights so we could see.
So there you go. Yeah.
At least dim them
as
down.
Mike mentioned, this is
That's
the
how,
like what chipset is this?
X670E.
X670E.
So what? They have a 7900,
And then
7950.
This cooler is the MEG. What is it?
This is the K360.
K360. So yeah, the 360
So this is the one with the
radiator.
RGB
That's
lighting.
obvious.
Yeah.
These fans obviously they can also do RGB, but we haven't connected them because we don't want to distract too much.
Terrible.
But yeah, and it's a bit of a messy setup.
He didn't say
in
what
our home,
CPU's in
would
there.
be,
He did
would
say it
look
was
much better,
16
but,
cores, so
For demonstration purposes
yes.
today.
let's just say
And
7900,
these are the
7950.
memory modules are, I believe, is it
6000
32 gigs
megahertz?
or even 64, but it's Corsair Vengeance RGB.
It's probably
I'm not sure
32
which,
since there's only 2 in
which
there.
size this is.
Maybe not. I don't know. They
Yeah,
probably
we can look it up
they
later.
probably have
There's
whatever
also-
they want in
there's
there.
Corsair
software.
Vengeance RGB, and I think it's DDR5 6000, I believe.
Yeah,
I
there you go,
should be able to
6000,
see
of
that on the
course.
side here. If I can. This is it's DDR5.
All right, so we know
I
what
think
they're
60.
running.
But I think they look really nice
They
in
do.
the full setup.
The
Yeah,
godlike.
they do.
There's that 24 pin. Jeez, that's
Really
huge.
nice finish as well to them. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very kindly to Corsair for getting
Alright.
into the benchmarking.
Let's see what else.
As you can
Yeah,
see,
quick
They're gonna
display
benchmark
outputs
it.
is like the usual suspect.
yeah. I just wanted to also show a little bit again the
Asking, is that 4 slots? Well, the bracket is 3 slots, but
Yeah.
it does indeed extend over those 3
so
slots.
this takes up
exactly.
4 slots.
If,
It's a
I can
4
show
slot
you a little bit
card.
like this. I mean, this is the bracket. This one is actually 3 slots. You can see it because it uses those 3 teeth, or however you can call
There
it.
you go.
So this is like a slot. Each of these represents a slot. But then the card extends.
The poll
about-
so
I think
far,
officially it's called we call it 3.5 slots.
50-50 on
but,
does RGB
you know,
matter on
because it already hangs
GPUs.
over the,
Yes,
the
no.
4th slot anyway.
That's funny.
You might as well say it takes up 4 slots, right? Because that's practically what it does.
Okay, so it takes up 4 slots. Good to
ITX
know.
case, yes, it will. You can put it on it. Indeed, I don't think it will fit in an ITX case.
You have certain cases,
Yeah.
the bigger
That's
ITX
crazy.
cases for it.
Yeah, definitely not
We
gonna
should
fit
be
an
able
ITX
to,
case.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, gaming series shouldn't
What is
shouldn't have
this?
selected.
They're
that.
gonna talk about the.
Here we go. So you can actually check that out if you add the cards to the compare, and then you select both of the cards you want to check. Press compare, and here you see you have to keep in mind that like the last number, that's the thickness, let's say. So you can see there's 1 millimeter difference.
Okay,
And also
pretty much same
it's,
4 slot
2
cards.
millimeters. Wait, let me just check to be sure. Yeah, so the right one is the gaming. It's 2 millimeters less tall, let's say. So basically, that's this measurement.
Tall.
So it's just slightly slimmer, let's say. And in
337
terms of
millimeters.
The length is actually 1 millimeter longer.
What's-
So the actual length of the card, like this, the gaming is 1 millimeter longer than. But I mean, you know, when you're already talking about 330 millimeters or
That 1 millimeter
33
doesn't make a
centimeters,
very big difference.
you know, and more, then 1 millimeter doesn't really make a difference.
Long cards, the
either
long
way.
cards.
In ITX cases, sometimes 1 millimeter is the difference between fitting and not fitting something.
Yeah, well, it's true. And you really, I mean, this
Pretty much,
especially
what,
this
34
generation,
centimeters?
You
Jeez.
do just need to make sure what.
What should be okay.
Let's
I
see
mean,
what-
we're in Europe, Central European time, so that was 3 p.m.
We're gonna overclock it.
Updated version.
Well, you know what?
Air-cooled card, which we've got here as well. The Gaming Trio, which
Let's see what they
downloaded that. It's the Beta 2. Let me see. Yeah, 4.6.
All right, they're just talking about
Updated
Afterburner.
version of Lucky.
Mm.
We do a certain area.
I was wondering if they're gonna talk about the core clocks,
Cards
but
have been chosen to first that thermal headroom or the
let's
extra
see what else
space.
they talk about.
4090, yep. Supreme Liquid is. goes over
They have a
using
liquid cooled
adapters,
liquid one.
multiple 8-pin.
Let's go.
Do you have any
Supreme Liquid.
concerns with that?
Let's see what else they
600
talk
watt.
about.
Typically what NVIDIA does, like
All
with
right.
TI or something.
Just
yeah,
talking
it's
about the
based on
process,
4
the
nanometer
chip in
process,
there,
from TSMC.
VRAM.
Versus if you look on all the way on the right side, it's this side for you guys. There you go, just above me. That's the 30 series. That was the Ampere architecture, which was 8 nanometers. So a big part of the gains that we'll see are, come from this move to
I didn't realize that the chip was that much smaller. That's pretty insane.
A smaller process node. But also the CUDA core count itself, as you can see,
Yeah, this has
for looking at the
16,384 CUDA cores.
generation,
No wonder it could ray
went
trace all
from,
crazy too. That's
10,752.
pretty wild.
On the 4090, it has 16,384 CUDA cores, so that's quite a lot.
I know they're talking about the 4090, but look right here, the 4080, the 16 gigabyte. It has 16 gigabyte VRAM, which is great. The 12 gigabyte one. This is the one they're saying is a 3070 pretty much. That's 12 gigabytes. That's nice to see compared to their 8 and 10 gigabytes on their old cards.
The VRAM actually is pretty much the same. I'm not 100% sure. I thought there was also a small.
They should just stick with 16 gigabyte the whole way through.
It runs at, but I'm not 100% sure here because I didn't include that data. But it is 24 gigs of GDDR6X.
Compared to the 3090 Ti, you mean?
Yeah.
I think they're both at 21 gigabit per second.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But I remember somebody talking about maybe there was, the memory was running a bit faster speed, but I'm not sure. Anyway, also the memory bus, as you can see, it's 384-bit on the 4090, which is similar to what it was on the 3090 Ti. Not really relevant, except for when you really start to run the limits. But as you can see on the 4080 models.
The TDP was 450.
GDDR6X.
The same as the 3090 Ti. A lot of people were saying these cards draw a lot more power, but it's pretty much the same as the 3090 Ti. And I'm sure you can also probably undervolt it a bit too and still get pretty good performance since it's a crazy card.
Yeah.
If you guys want to hit like, feel free to hit like.
Yeah,
That'd be
what I
dope.
thought
Or
as
subscribe.
well.
I got tech
I
reviews and
somebody
I do
talking
live
about
streams.
maybe there was,
Trying to get
the
back
memory was
into
running
it.
A bit faster speed, but I'm not sure. Anyway, also
What
the
else?
memory bus, as you can see, it's 300.
Alright, we talked about that.
So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's just switch to the main view then, and we'll get the
Yeah,
winners
I'm
out
trying to
of the
see
way.
the physical part of this card
Okay,
pretty
so
much,
we
but
have, two
it
winners
is
for
nice
the
to
giveaway.
compare
If you
the
haven't
specs.
participated yet,
Okay, whatever. None of us are participating in no giveaway.
it's called Robert Ryan Watson.
Congratulations, you also won a game.
What else is
Correct,
coming
but
up?
it's like for NVIDIA. It's
So this is the RTX 4090 4K performance. I'm assuming this is without ray tracing or DLSS on. It's all natural rasterization, but we shall see. This is in 4K, 13 game average, 144 compared to the 3090 Ti. It is it has 53 more frames, which is insane. And compared to the 6950 XT, man, am I supposed to do math on this? Oh, well, I'm not going to do math. It's too crazy right now. Jeez. But anyways, 85 frames. This card is a lot cheaper, though. Right now, it's on sale for $800. I think the Red Devil. I'm not sure how much the MSI Supreme one is. But we'll go ahead and let him do the math.
30 series. It's a hell of a difference, and I didn't include any 4040p, and especially not 1080p.
I was gonna say 59 frames,
benchmark
but
data
I don't want to get the answer
1080p
wrong, and then you guys
becomes
laugh at
pretty
me.
much irrelevant. Most game
But
engines
I think the
at
difference
that
is
point
59
are
frames.
just so high in the FPS that they're CPU limited. So
So you will
really-
see almost the same scores
Yeah,
for
you're
all
gonna-
high-end cards.
Yeah, exactly. Everywhere from at
Does he
least
go to
the
different
3080,
games?
maybe even
He doesn't
the 6800
show
up. It's going to be pretty much the same
different
score in a lot
games.
of cases because simply you're limited by the CPU at that point. And 1440p also there at the high end. So
Oh, they show
especially the
1440p right
4090
now?
will be CPU limited in some cases as well. So
Oh, they just show the
then we
4K.
will go to our NVIDIA guest because I see they are mentioning that
All
games
right.
here that I've pre-installed. It's
So he's gonna try out
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Great.
Do I not see anything here? We just put it here for benchmarks.
Pretty much the same. I use pretty much the same settings: ultra high, off, 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 fidelity, FX sharpening. I believe I have that off. Let me check on my phone real quick. I have the settings saved on there as he goes through it, and then it's on high, 80 field of view as well. I'm pretty sure I use
Oh,
the
here we
same
go.
settings. Then there's
So it's on the left side. Maybe I could put it on the right.
what is it?
Let me
4
see.
on, 4 off.
Oh,
4
there's
on.
Animation in Windows 11 also.
Let's see
just
if I have the
slowing things
same.
down. Here we go. Put it on that side.
Go to albums. I have it saved, so every
That
time I
should
run
help.
the damn test, I have the exact same things.
Better use Windows 10. Well, yeah, but I mean, we want to use the basically the latest thing that's that we can get our hands on. Also, this is pre-installed on pretty much all PCs that we give now anyway, so or that we sell.
Yeah, I have the
So we wanna
sharpening
show you
off.
what you can expect on systems that you buy right now. So a couple of
Motion
things.
blur's on
on the right
high.
side, you see
We
this
pretty
is,
much
Let
have
me make this a little bit
same
bigger.
settings except for that.
Yeah, this is the power usage of the card right now.
Oh, I don't know. He's going to music. That's odd.
So this is not the frame rate. This is
Oh,
power
he's
usage.
turning off the music
and,
box so it doesn't get
temperature.
copyrighted.
Well,
All
I
right.
mean, I can,
So
I
it's
can
supposed to be
turn it off.
5 high,
Really,
2,
I
4,
can
5
use it.
high, 5 ultra,
To be fair,
and
you
then
know,
5 high. That's how I remember, like when I'm automatically doing it.
This is 4K resolution.
All right.
with
So here's the benchmark
all
I use,
the
you guys.
options pretty much at the ultra preset.
So this is actually
also with
quite
ray
a lot
tracing
higher. Yeah.
on, no DLSS.
Okay, he has ray tracing on. That's interesting.
So this is the pure rasterized performance with ray tracing included.
And remember, this is with the
So
5900.
then it's not correct
X.
actually.
Or I'm sorry,
but the
7900
pure
XT.
horsepower of the card, no DLSS enabled at all.
Or 7950. So that adds a couple more frames to
But
it too.
I mean, yeah, the FPS is in the 40s. But as you can see, the frame
See the results that they
set
get.
to the ultra pre.
So they average 43 frames with ray tracing on, right? Does that say on here? It just says DLSS enabled, off, no. He did say ray tracing was on. So 40 frames, ray tracing on. Not too bad at 4K. That's insane.
Set, including ray tracing, right? So
if you want to run Cyberpunk, that's pretty much the best you're gonna get. It is with the godlike motherboard. So if you're pushing the best of the best, that's what you're gonna get.
And it actually had a spike to about 120. But
Yeah, no
that
cares
could
about
be
that.
like
Let's just say
an
the
outlier.
average. Yeah.
44 FPS.
I
Okay.
see a question from Ryan. What's the temperature of the room? It's set
It is set to 22, I think, or 23 degrees. So
22 degrees Celsius.
yeah.
It says.
And to be fair, if I put my hand over this, it is warm.
One with the
Now let's run the
cards
benchmark
working
again.
on hard.
And
What's this at?
You know, run up a little bit higher, but
He's like, oh, if I put my hand over the card, it's hot.
usage
Well,
power
yeah,
usage
dude,
was
you're running at
already
4K,
about
40 frames. Of course, it's gonna be hot.
430, 420 watts, right?
All right. let's see what
So
else.
now we're going to enable DLSS.
Oh, they're turning DLSS on. We'll see what the results are, but I mean, why do you want DLSS with a card like this anyways? I'm not going to be able to use it.
The lowest speed. That
I guess maybe if you want to hit that 60 frames at 4K,
400 watts,
that'd be
as
a
you can
good
see.
reason to use DLSS.
So actually, curiously,
But
while
I
using
probably wouldn't turn
DLSS,
it on.
It seems that it's using
So-
just a bit less power than.
So with DLSS on, it hit 75 frames per average, almost double its performance, which is
without
pretty
using
crazy.
DLSS.
But the real question is, how does the image quality look like compared to it without it? Without DLSS, I'm sure it looks way better, but I can't guarantee. If the image quality takes a slight hit, but you can game at 75 frames per second, I would probably turn it on, if we're being honest, so I can just get that 60 frames 4K.
The difference between X and
But-
non-X. X is factory overclocked. Non-X
If the
is running
if the
top
image is
speed, so
pretty
it's out of the box.
bad compared to it, though,
Can
I would
DLSS and
turn it
FSR
off.
be used in tandem? No, they are mutually exclusive. So you're gonna have to.
And I don't know
choose
what they're gonna
one,
say.
Or the other.
I haven't seen it firsthand, so I'm not
So
gonna.
We went from.
I'm
what
not
was it,
gonna say.
44
And I don't care what they say because this is their card, obviously. So
question,
they're gonna say it doesn't
and,
look ugly,
It is,
which might not be the
just
case. It
restart
might not be an
Afterburner
ugly
itself.
looking card.
and then these will be applied. That's what you need to be able to
Oh, these
change
overclocking?
these settings.
Hold on. What do you got to
And I'm
change
going
on?
to show you
Afterburner
actually.
to
I
overclock
might
it.
want to change the scaling on this because it's quite tiny. Give me a second. User interface, and then
Ah.
here we go.
He's just
See,
making it bigger.
Just make
And
it a
then
bit
let's go
bigger.
to our guest after that.
Yeah, exactly. But really, the thing you want to do then is download MSI Afterburner, and this works not just for MSI cards, but also for all other brands, even the Founders Edition. MSI Afterburner will work with that. Click on the cog here, the settings. You want to make sure that these two are enabled, and if you haven't
Let's
yet,
go.
you
This
tick
is what
these
people
and
wanna
then
see is
click
the
apply.
overclocking
It
of them.
will say, hey, we'll need to restart the application. You don't need
I don't have one in hand. I can't do any of this.
to reboot the PC. It will just restart Afterburner itself. And then these
Let me
will
check
be
to see if
applied. That's what you
Best Buy
need
has them in
to be
stock
able
yet.
to change these settings. And
Yeah,
then really,
also
what
the-
you want to do is go to power limit here.
Terrible.
And as you can see, this is percentage based. So this is, at the moment, of course, the stock setting is 100% of the power limit, which I think in this case, I actually put it on the silent mode BIOS. So that's 450 watts. I could switch it to gaming BIOS, then it would be 480 watts. But it's basically percentage based. And then you can basically just say, look, I want to downclock it to as low as, well, 2. I'm not sure if this will actually apply, because that's quite low, and that will really impact your performance. But you can pretty much set it to whatever you want and do some testing. You can also put it to 115% of the power limit target, so that will push it above 500 watts a little bit, I think.
That's crazy.
But again, just by setting this,
over
doesn't
500
mean that
watt.
the card will instantly start using that power. It just basically says, look, this
That's-
is your ceiling.
yeah.
This is like the max amount of power I want
What
you to
else?
use.
What else we got?
Whether or not you need it, that's a different question. So it might be that the card doesn't even reach that because it simply doesn't need it.
Sorry.
But this is a very safe way. And then once you've set it to something like this, like for example 80%, what I've selected now,
What have you underclocked
all you
it?
need to do is click this button here, the apply button. Don't forget to do that, and that's it. That's all you need to do to change the as it's called, the power target or the power limit. And there are more things.
All right.
He's a bit more casual,
I don't know who that
Reviews
guy
just
is.
went live.
so I can imagine
What else they have?
Pages you get like
not
Yeah.
DLSS.
Ah,
just to
they're
be
talking
clear.
about DLSS. We don't care about DLSS right now
with
because
140.
what are they running
Doesn't
on?
stress the GPU.
In your system, but what is the latency with DLSS 3 plus reflex as opposed to without reflex?
All right, there you go. That's what we want to hear is the
The
input
kind of
lag.
similar. So the whole process of frame generation takes the AI about 3 milliseconds
Right.
to generate this in-between frame.
Yeah.
And with the overall administrative work by pausing the frame, putting it in order, and so on, it's about 10, 11 milliseconds. And that's
Camera
pretty
turned
much
off. I
what
turned it
you
back on,
save
don't worry.
with reflex on compared to native.
Yeah.
Of course, if you
I don't know if you
have
can see, but I'll put it
native
like that.
no frame generation
Look,
and
I'm with them.
reflex, then it gets lower,
Yeah.
of course.
so basically the reflex cancels out the delay you have
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
DLSS.
It mitigates it,
Yeah.
indeed. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, there is a
They say that it cancels the input lag. Let's see.
so there's no benefit without a negative. So the negative is it adds latency. The good news is reflex compensates pretty much for this.
It says it adds latency, but it cancels out with the AI. I don't know. There's probably some lag.
But
There's probably a little
The
input
big
lag.
benefit is like in case of, let's say, Cyberpunk, you say you have 80 FPS or 70 in your rendering. If you put on frame generation, you end up with 140.
Yeah.
And if you have a high refresh rate monitor playing Cyberpunk in 4K at 120, it feels amazing. You
Yeah,
don't feel the
sure, that's
latency.
dope.
And the latency, I mean, it's in the 40, 50s maybe.
Let's see. Let's see.
And
Terrible. This.
the choice. I want to use it. An example, Flight Simulator. It's CPU bound. Well, I mean, Digital Foundry looked at it. They just posted
Well, they have a DLSS.
Pascal, the
benchmark.
VXGI landing on the moon.
What games are these that have DLSS 3? Destroy All Humans 2. That game was dope. Cyberpunk. Frostbite engine. It just says Frostbite. The Hogwarts game. I want to play that. What else is on here that looks interesting to you guys? The Witcher 3. That's interesting. Portal RTX. Yeah, so not too much games, but I'm assuming the
was
new
it?
Call of Duty's probably going to have.
67, but and that's people buy a car.
Alright, no one cares
Really,
about
it's
DLSS.
kind of, you know, what is
What
your
is
budget
this?
and what are you looking for?
Oh, this is just
what
comparing
kind
the
of performance.
cards.
And that's how it always works, in my opinion, and from what my experience. Basically, it's just how much are you willing to spend? And if you've got the money and you want that
Yeah,
performance,
if you got money, of course you're going to buy
Indeed.
this card. But even if you have the money, you might not be able to get
You
it.
just don't.
What game is this?
you know, very appreciative of you. Yes,
And
Oh,
the
that's F1's. I forgot what that's called.
3. And yeah, you can see at the bottom.
F1 something.
And our Supreme X at the exact same settings and the exact same.
All right, they're going to talk about
the
cooling
power
right now.
usage isn't anywhere near.
Yeah,
the
F122.
450 watt,
Let's see.
power target that or power budget that the card has. I also want to show you. This was again. Yeah, just a couple of slides also from media reviews that we saw here. Basically also to show you the cooler performance. And actually, Mike, can you put us in PPT view?
Yes.
Cheers. Yes, there we go. So on the left we can see our Supreme highlighted in a green, which as you can see, and then basically what they did here was they capped the Tech Power Up review. They capped.
So this is at 450 watts. It's pretty high. 62 degree temp is nice. I don't remember exactly what degree the room was in. He said like 22 Celsius, something like that. The Supreme Liquid X is at 58. the Strix is at 61. The Strix is known for their cooling, so to be toe to toe with that, not too bad. Let's see what this the colorful. What that was the colorful. Gigabyte RTX 4090 gaming overclock. That's at 65, and that's their not the cheapest one, but their mid-tier card. We just watched that. So at 65 degrees, it's a little hotter than that. The Zotac is at 70 degrees, of course. And the Founders Edition, they tested at 72 tech power up. So this is according to them. That's not bad for a for a 4090, but 62 is a lot better. And I'm not sure whose this. And this is on overclock. All right, let's see what else they got to say.
Temperature by targeting a certain fan speed so that it reaches 35 decibels. So they pretty much they put all the cards fan speed. So one will be running faster.
Are they going by noise?
The other one will be running slower, but all of them are normalized at...
Is that a good way to test them? I just normally test them at 75%, see how that hits, and it's pretty loud.
Also made sure
but
that all of them
I guess you can compare them on different
450 watts
noise
in
levels.
that specific scenario, and then they will see, okay, what is the temperature? So that's really how you can see the efficiency of the cooler. And as you see,
do you guys,
especially compared to the...
do you guys care about the fan noise on the GPU? I mean, everyone does to a certain extent, but do you guys, does it really matter to you as long as you're getting good performance? I usually have headphones on, so I don't care too much. But some people do care about fan noise.
Which is impressive.
I'm wondering what you guys think.
But that one is all the way at the bottom, and our Sprim X at the exact same settings and the exact same on the basis of one.
And then my bad. One more thing before I skip this. You gotta remember the RTX Asus 4090 Strix is $2,000, $2,200, something like that. Here, let me pull up the new egg chart. New egg 4090. Okay, so suppose the ROG Strix is a $2,000 card, and then compared to the Supreme X, which is 1 degrees less, it's $1,700 card. So you're saving $300, and the card is as cool as the ROG Strix. I'm assuming the Tough Gaming is the same as the ROG Strix, and that one's $1,600. So technically, you can get a cheaper one for that, but not too bad to go toe to toe with the Strix. I don't like the fans running hard. It stresses me out. Makes me think my PC is overworked. That's what matters. I don't know. With me, the way I see it, it's probably because I mind too. I'd rather have the fan spinning hard, and if the fan breaks, I'd rather the fan break than GPU break because of overheating. But like I said, I think my mentality is from mining, so that's probably why. But I understand what you mean. It could be a little
There's always
crazy.
Slight variations in the same chip. So every 4090 will
Yeah, and I didn't see no colorful on there, but
be
this is probably more the
for
silicon
they didn't put the
as it's
tough
called, right?
on
So
there,
and
I'm assuming it's probably the same temps.
Basically, the quality of the chip is never the same. It's never 100% identical. So one will go slightly better than the other.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, this all, it's not a huge difference. I mean, out of the gate, pretty much all
average frame per second on what? I'm not too sure. Maybe I should listen
these
to what
cards
they say.
will perform very well and relatively similar.
So I guess compared to the FE, the Founders Edition, it has 4 more frames per second on average, depending on whatever games they tested. It has 52 frames, more frames than the 3090 Ti, which if you bought that anytime before the prices went down, you pretty much spent the same amount of money on the 3090 Ti as you will on this card. Kind of sad, but that's the name of the computer game. The 6950 XT, 93 frames per second. It's about 63 frame per second difference between those two cards. This is me doing the math in my head. I'm pretty sure it's right. But right now, that card is $800. I don't know, new GPUs have 0 RPM modes. They won't spin until it hits 60 degrees, which is pretty neat. Yeah, and for the AMD ones, you can put that in the adrenaline settings. A lot of people do that. It's nice. I just like having my fans on all the time. I'm pretty weird. But I do set a fan curve where pretty low. I have it on low. Even at 30 degrees, I'll have it at 30% fan speed. It doesn't make too much noise, but I understand. I want it cool with minimal fan spin. If it's over 85 and the fans aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, then it's a problem. That is true. I think the highest I hit was 75 degrees, and that was probably with the Phantom Gaming 6900 XT.
Jazz in YouTube chat
But
saying it runs cooler
the
than
3080 was
7950X.
pretty hot.
Yeah, but also with
But
the
for some people it's
7950X, actually,
cool,
we have
so I'm not
a
too
new
sure.
feature in our BIOS where you can set like a temperature.
Let me
So
see.
it kind of gives.
What else
what
you got in
happens.
this?
Um,
As you guys can see,
we'll
the
see how
card
much
is
that
lighting up right here. The lights are on right there. That's nice to see.
impacts both the performance and
Running time
using
spy.
And some
So
a little bit higher. So it may still be possible to do
let's
what
see
you
what's-
think is significant.
Let's see
Yeah.
what
So
score
the
they
question
get.
is also why would you want to do
It
it?
just says custom.
I could
Oh.
see why you would want to do it. For example, if you have like certain rendering tasks that you would do. I think that you can still do.
Terrible.
Maybe
Thanks,
20%
guys.
is
Oh,
the,
okay,
new,
it's one-
is the
1/3.
power target that I've just set on this card, right?
I should
300.
Usually
Okay,
they know.
so now I'm going to drop the power limit down to, let's say, let's go all the way to 70 because I don't want to do too many of these, so I'm going to go down.
70
What
sounds
you
good.
think is significant, right? 30%.
So he put the power
do
down
some
30%
quick
and the
math. What
temp
is
max
70%
temp is
of,
70.
450.
Oof.
Do I need to do it? Wait, calc.
That's 105 minus the, what was it?
No,
400,
wait,
how much?
I've got it.
450.
There you go. We don't gotta do the
So
math,
it's
guys.
345.
times 0.7.
345.
315
Oh,
watts.
I failed.
Yeah.
No, he
So
was right.
350
He
watts
put
is
seven-
the new-
Okay,
is the
one-
Oh no,
power
70%.
target
Yeah,
that
he was
I
doing
just set on this
75%.
card,
Sorry,
right?
guys.
315
He's wrong.
That's at least what it should be.
So this is at
I have
315
applied it,
watts?
So now that should be what it is.
So this is if you undervolt it, which, depending on your monitor, you might be able to get away with and still get good results. So you might be able to get high frames and lower voltage.
So you would think that's quite
We'll
a
see.
significant decrease in power.
Also, this will be a good way to test it when you compare it to the 7900 XT
And it
or
is,
7950 whenever that comes out.
Now
Supposedly that has
so
lower
that's a 30%
power.
decrease.
power
now
pool,
all the settings
so-
are the same. I'm not going to change anything. It's
You can
just-
always
Soul
drop
says,
the
I
voltage.
need 24090s to play Cyberpunk above 45 FPS, or you can switch
What?
DLSS on.
depends on
All right, let's
We'll
see.
get
Let's see what the
frame
results
rate
are.
is going to be, power
All right.
a little bit though. So it will have
So
to
let's
do
see
way
what-
more
let's see what
tasks
results
in
they
the same
get.
amount of time. So that's why when the FPS counter goes up, usually you
So
also
I'm
see
breaking down their
the,
3-hour stream into a
CPU,
1-hour stream, pretty much.
Usage going up at the same time.
Charlie Holmes is asking,
Right,
how
so
much live
here we
do you
go.
think?
We have the score. So we went from 19,500 and we're now at 18,500. So what is that in percentages? I don't know.
Awesome.
Can
Not
we
too
can
much.
we quantify
Yeah.
that? How do we
That's
put that
why
into percent?
it
We
would have
put
been
it-
nice in
like
that game.
around 5%.
There we go. So 30% less power. We went from 450 watts to 315. So that is, how much is that? What kind of reduction are we talking about then?
You're going
That's
from 100 to 70, so that's 30% reduction.
135 watts less used, and 5% loss of performance.
So your power limit is 30% lower,
Yes.
and you lose 5% of
Yeah,
performance.
there
so
you go.
that-
Yeah. And I mean,
quickly
this,
going
this,
back to Charlie Holmes, by the way, how much live?
So, in theory, you'll be able to undervolt your card, not use as much power, and still get pretty good frames.
I
But
think 5900X and B550.
this is just
Unify
on
have
time spy. It'd be
it
nice
all
to
depends
see
on
on
what you wanna
different
do. Like,
Yeah.
I would
on
say
different
if you,
games,
for
just
gaming,
so we
if you
could see.
combine it with a very high-end card like this and gonna play 4K games with a lot of ray tracing, you won't see much of a difference. Are you doing esports? Then of course you want to have that better single-core performance, or you could benefit, for example, from an X3D CPU, the 5800 X3D, or Zen 4-based 7000 series.
No. So indeed, Fabian, thank you. He calculated it's actually 94%. So that means 6% reduction in performance. Still, 6% at 30% less power usage. That's very impressive. And
Yeah,
that
that
just
is-
shows you
that's
that.
insane.
A bit of nuance here. It's not like specifically
No.
30% power reduction because it's not always consuming the maximum.
No, indeed.
Um,
As you saw, indeed,
Yeah.
during the first benchmark, it was in.
like they said, 500 should be the peak TDP. It won't be at a constant, but if you can keep a constant of 300 watt, then that's pretty good
The region of 400,
at max. 'Cause,
420, and in the second part it got a little bit closer to 440. So yeah, little caveat.
So like
there.
you're
Of
saying,
course,
420,
we had a
440, 300 is
10
still a
watt
lot better
disparity that it wasn't
than
really
that.
using. But still, I mean, in principle, you've got a 30.
All right, like I
Makes-
said, not too bad, not too bad.
No.
So
The arc. That's
I wasn't
it.
able to
You
get
saw how easy
these
that
cards
was,
in
because
hand.
this is- So
So I'm
and it
trying to
works
help you guys
really well in hot air. Means
learn a
it's
little
going
more about these
from
cards.
450 watts to 225.
225, yeah.
225.
Sorry,
So
chugged
that
the
is
beer,
quite
so-
low. And you might think,
Had a
well,
little
this card
burps.
probably wouldn't even run at 225. It should.
Okay.
And this
You don't
will
gotta
be
run that.
quite low.
But
All right.
we have to
It looks like he's gonna look at the
go over
BIOS.
green,
Yes.
To show the anti-bending strap.
Oh, that. Okay, sure. If
there is
Oh, they're gonna
actually,
show the little
uh,
dongle.
here we go. Well, there's two ways that
Before they show this, I just want to remind you guys, I have a poll. Does RGB matter on the GPU? So far, 8 votes, 50-50, yes, no. I think it matters, especially if you're paying all that money. You could always turn it off. Some people it doesn't matter too, but
this card
they're gonna show the dongle right now.
you know, tries to mitigate bending or sagging. The most important one is on the card itself. So that's actually.
Oh,
this.
they're talking about the-
because the card is running a benchmark, so this is
Not the
giving,
brackets,
you know, it is
but-
really jetting
Jeez,
hot
what is
air
it
out here.
called?
But this dark metal here.
It's a brace.
and
There
that
you go. It's a
actually
brace
goes
on the
all way
card
through the card, down to the bottom.
that holds it from
It's really hard to
bending
see,
when
but
it
will run
sags.
all the way down here, and then go back, and then up there as well. And so it really makes a closed shape, let's say. And then it's connected to, yeah, you can probably see it here. This is also part of it. It's connected to the I/O bracket, which is then connected to the case when you build it in. And that really, I mean, there's a couple of reviews out there. You're welcome to look for them yourself, where they
Even the 30 series and the 6000 series cards have some sort of brace there usually. If you look at your card, you'll probably see it on the top left.
actually put it in the case.
It's
and
part
then
of the
just basically
design.
Start, you know,
It
pushing
may
on
not be the
card
whole
to see
tray
what
like
happens.
that,
And
but it'll
there is-
be on
again,
the
there's
top
a little bit of
left.
flex, which you cannot really, especially at the back side of the card, you cannot really prevent, because that's just, you know, there's some leeway, some space of the PCI connector slot, and the further you get away from the point where it's fixed to the case, yes, there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room, but by itself, it's not going to hang like this. You know, it's a
Nice.
bit,
It won't be it won't be
exaggerated, of
limp.
course, but there's not going to be any
It's
sag
the
on this
godlike.
card. It's really sturdy. It's really, yeah, it's not going to move. But there is indeed a stand included in the box, so that if you want, and that's comparable to what
And
we
it
had on
comes
the
with the
previous generation,
GPU holder
just
too, which is nice.
port, it will be fine. But it's there if you
As you guys remember, all the gigabytes, and I think the Asus ones come with the bracket holder as well,
want
the
to use
GPU
it.
bracket
if you feel
holder.
more
so
comfortable using that
card
in
holder,
your
whatever
case,
you want to
then
call it.
it's included for you. And I also saw somebody asking about, if I buy this card, will I get well, the support stand one, yes, like last generation, but also a nice mouse pad. Yes, also the mouse pad is
Oh, nice.
again
Comes with the
included
mouse pad.
on this one. And you can see here, I mean, the power target. Here you go. 225 was it, right?
Yeah.
Was now the power target. So it's yeah, it's pretty much
Go
around
back
that
into
one.
the full view.
Yeah. And the
All right,
fans,
so let's see what else there is on here.
Then
So at least we got to see some
will peak higher
undervolting
in
and
this
overclocking. Well, not
Joe
overclocking,
Hans
just
is asking,
undervolting.
making a modified.
How's that
Why
200
isn't
volts?
this working?
And we got to see some of the design on the card. We got to see
Try again.
thermals. Not too bad.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey,
there I am. Let me put me
I
right
think
here.
you copied the wrong layer there.
Jeez.
I will probably
Sick
disappear
green
then before
screen.
the outro visual.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so
Like
that looks
mayhem.
like that's
Also,
yeah.
congratulations.
That's gonna be the end of this pretty much. I appreciate you guys watching. So we got to learn a little bit about the Aorus cards. We learned a little bit about the Asus ones and the MSI. I wasn't able to get one. I almost bought one during the stream. If you guys saw that, there was a problem either with my card or the inventory sold out, so it wasn't able to let me purchase it. But I mean, the 4090 is definitely interesting. It is a lot of money. But everyone knows that. That's nothing new there. So I appreciate everyone that tuned in to watch this. Hopefully this was able to help you guys a little bit. These cards are crazy. They look nice. They're cool. High performance. And when I'm able to get one, I'll do the reviews. Until then, I'll probably do tech reviews on whatever cards I find on sale, 30 series and 6000 series. Just that way to help you guys purchase those cards, because not everyone's going to be able to afford these 4090s. But if you guys can, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. If you want to subscribe to watch live streams like this, live streams of me gaming, tech reviews. I'm not going to have one this week because I took a little break and this is kind of replacing it. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and also have daily vlogs. And I'll catch you guys later. And I'm going to close the poll. We had 8 votes. 50% said RGB does matter on the GPU. 50% said it does not matter on the GPU. I'm going to say yes in that point because at the end of the day, you could always turn it off. So that's that. We watched 3 different launch events, and hopefully you guys are able to get the cards that you guys want. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Sheesh. Thank you for watching another video from Top 3 Entertainment. I hope you hit like and subscribe. Also, I'm going to have a recommended playlist, a recommended video right here, so make sure to click that as well. I appreciate you guys tuning in, whether it be to the Top 3 Tech, Top 3 Gaming, or the Why Not Me podcast. You guys are dope. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And of course, let's grow this thing together. Peace. Peace. Peace.